Welcome back, Design and Draw. So we are in week 14, the last week in April, and we are continuing to learn how to use Illustrator and to kind of get comfortable with graphic design. So this week you'll have a few more assignments similar to what you had last week. And then next week is when you'll actually start diving into the real project. But before you can do the real project, you just have to understand how the system works and understand some basics of those tools. So looking at the calendar, good job watching your weekly update. The next thing is the weekly discussion. And I actually just posted recently, don't forget to do your discussion, because I noticed that I hadn't gotten any this week. And I know some of you take a little while to do it, but usually by now I have quite a few. And then I realized I made it, but it wasn't actually published. So what I've done is I've taken the discussion last week where it's asking you about what kind of graphic designer you would want to be. And I published it, but I changed the due date for next week, and I changed it to weekly discussion 14. So this is why it pays to watch the weekly updates, because then you know what's going on. There is no weekly discussion 13 anymore. I just kind of skipped it for you. But I really do want you to reflect on which kind of graphic designer you would be. So we're just going to keep that same question, but make it due this week. Okay, so it should be in there now. Then for today, I have same thing like we did last week. I have a tutorial of me showing you how to create a night sky using some new tools. This one actually uses a compilation of a few different tools. And then you will follow along with me and create your own and turn that in for assignment 3. I give you tomorrow to work on that as well. Then on Wednesday, our last assignment, is where you learn about color swatches, and you use probably the most important tool that you'll use for this, and you'll use a ton on your project, which is the image trace tool. Watch that one closely. It's incredibly handy. I use it all the time for just random things that teachers or other people might need. So really pay attention to that tool. And then you'll complete your own image trace and you will submit it for assignment 4. And I give you Thursday to work on that as well. And Friday, everything is due. So hopefully that's a pretty light week, as long as you're getting those things done. But make sure you're caught up on every single assignment by the end of this week, because next week we actually jump into our graphic design project. And I'm excited to get that started with you. So let me know if you need anything. Email me. As always, everything is in our Schoology. So your weekly discussions are right here. This weekly update video will be posted right here. And then we are in our graphic design unit, where all the goodies are also linked in here, including the assignments that you're doing right now. So you should have already done the first 2, and so here's the 3rd one, and I'll add the 3rd spot. And then we'll move on to the actual project next week. Okay, have an awesome day.